This is a live Channels television event.
Serving and former members of the National Assembly, APC National Chair, His Excellency Dr. Abdullahi Umaru Ganduje, host ministers, FCT Minister Esbonye Samwike, Honorable Minister who are here represented, former governors of Abia, Benue, and Enugu, former ministers here present, friends and stakeholders of the FCT, Chairman of Rivers Elders, Chief Ferdinand Anana, former Chairman of UBA, top-notch staff of the FCT, FCDA, STDA, staff of FCT, presence of a bus stop of modern proportions with all the abundant appurtenances. There is also an aesthetic quality, beauty, smartness, truly a sight for sore eyes, totally changing the landscape of Kugbo and Karu. Those of us who live in Abuja understand this area well. A busy hub of commerce, a vehicular matrix, a true destination for movement of goods and services, and add that to the fact that a commuter who is waiting a long time for a bus to take off can watch a movie in this facility. It's also very exciting. But it's also, like the FCT minister said yesterday, impactful. All the projects must have a citizen and community impact. To tell us just how impactful this Kugbo bus and taxi terminal would be, let's please welcome for the project overview the Executive Secretary FCDA, Engineer Richard Yunana Dauda. Oh, I beg your pardon. My brother is responsible for this project. And my brother is the one who has his eyes on the project, not Engineer Richard. We have had Engineer Richard across so many roads, so he sticks in my head. But today, my brother is responsible for the oversight of this project. Help me welcome the Mandate Secretary, Transportation Secretariat, as he makes his way forward. Engineer Richard, you have to pay a fine.
Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, represented by His Excellency, most distinguished Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio, GCON, the uncommon Senate President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. All members of National Assembly, both serving and former here present. The Honorable Minister of the FCT, His Excellency Barrister Ezenwo Nyesonwike CON. former executive governors of Abia, Benue, and Enugu states. Your Excellencies, for want of time, please permit me to rely on the several layers of protocol already well established. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, it's a privilege to stand before you today on this occasion of the commissioning of the Kugbo bus/taxi terminal to give a brief overview of the project. The Nyesom Wike-led FCT administration is honored to have you once more as our special guest and also all our distinguished guests. The choice of this location by the Honorable Minister, FCT, for the construction of the Kugbo bus terminal is strategic to serve as both intercity and intracity transportation hub and cater for the densely populated residential satellite towns surrounding it, such as Kugbo, Karo, Nyanya, Kashi, etc., in the FCT, as well as neighboring towns of Mararaba and Kefi in Nasarawa State, from where a lot of people who work in the FCT reside and commute to the FCT. Mararaba is just about 6 kilometers from here. The contract for the construction of this bus terminal was awarded on 17th May 2024 by the FCTA to Mr. Splanet Projects Limited, the same indigenous contractor that executed the already commissioned Maboshi bus terminal with a completion period of 15 months. The groundbreaking was on 2nd July 2024, a period of less than 12 months ago. This bus terminal is constructed on a mostly hilly and undulating land area of approximately 2 hectares, sloping from one end to the other. The exceptional engineering earthwork that produced the flat ground on which this terminal now sits required that in some areas as much as 7 meters of the earth was cut or rocks blasted to get to level ground. The bus terminal building consists of a 1-story building, a parking lot with a capacity of 200 buses, a driver's lounge, a loading bay, etc. It has the public address system that will be used to announce the arrival and departure of buses and dissemination of other necessary passenger information. The terminal has a special place for the Muslim Ummah's prayers. As an extension of the contract, there is a dedicated bus lane constructed by the contractor veering off from the Abuja-Kefi Expressway into the bus terminal for easy ingress and egress for vehicles and pedestrians who intend to use the bus terminal. Owing to a strategic location, the Kugbo bus terminal is expected to handle high volume of passenger traffic for commuters entering the FCT for work or business from states such as Nasarawa, Benue, Kaduna, Plateau, etc. Consequently, the terminal is designed to operate on a 24-hour basis with power supplied from the national grid through dedicated 500 kVA transformer and a 500 kVA backup diesel generator. For sanitary purposes, there are 90,000 liters of water in storage tanks that constantly supply clean water to the terminal building. This volume of water is also intended for safety purposes to supply water to the 2 fire hydrants located in the premises in case of a fire. The terminal building itself, which is this one, features facilities such as ticketing booths, a 500 capacity departure lounge, shops, food courts, cinemas, public conveniences on each floor for males, females, physically challenged, and the family room for nursing mothers' privacy. There is full air conditioning for ambience. There are 3 staircases, an escalator, and a lift for easy access to the first floor, an ATM gallery for money transactions, etc. For security, there are 45 CCTV cameras viewed on 12 monitors from the control room to guarantee round-the-clock security surveillance in and around the terminal. There are also 65 numbers, single and double panel solar-powered security lights within the terminal, ground, and along the dedicated bus lane, which will make nighttime outside look like daytime within the terminal. Without doubt, this Kugbo bus terminal, like the Mabushi terminal, recently commissioned by Mr. President on Tuesday, 17 June 2025, is a world-class standard. The Honorable Minister's concept is that all the bus terminals will be operated like an airport, but an airport for buses. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by profoundly thanking my leader and boss, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, for giving me the opportunity to be part of this landmark project and event. Thank you very much for listening.
Your Excellency, I'd like us to give another round of applause to the Mandate Secretary Transportation, and to again offer my apologies. I had no intention of stealing your thunder. The Mandate Secretary Transportation, Honorable Dr. Elechi, together with his Permanent Secretary, Transportation Secretariat, Mr. Okonkwo Florence, have done the work of ensuring that they are the eyes and the ears of the Honorable Minister on this project. Also, let us remember that the brand that is turning 25 years old is NDDC, just to make that correction. And the Managing Director has joined us today at this very important event of the official commissioning of the newly constructed Kugbo bus terminal. Your Excellency, I just wanted to say that we did have quite a time before you arrived. There was a comedian here who, without knowing where Ikorabasi is, or where Eket is, or, all those places where you can get the finest crayfish and the best fish, he doesn't know where it is. But he spent a long time today trying to do the accent of people from Akwa Ibom. And I know that by the time this event ends, we shall be having a nice conversation with him about how he arrived at those accents. Your Excellency, representative of Mr. President, who is considered Ofan of FCT, who also is the man who is the progenitor of Dakada campaign in Akwa Ibom, to ask Akwa Ibom people to rise to their potential of greatness. Sosongsa, we thank you for representing Mr. President and always doing so well. With a mission to deliver functional transport infrastructure and projects that connect people and projects, the contractors to this project have dotted the landscape of Nigeria with their architectural pieces and their antecedents in road construction, toll concessioning, and interchange building. Now, with Kugbo Taxi and Bus Terminal, they have added a second project to their portfolio within Abuja, led by first-class engineer entrusted by the FCT administration to deliver on time a well-apportioned transport infrastructure with top-notch facilities. Do help me welcome the contractor, an engineer with a pedigree and a homeboy, Managing Director of Planet Projects, who believes the future of public transportation is here, Engineer Abiodun Otunwola.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented by the Senate President, His Excellency Godwin Akpabio, the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Your Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike, Mr. Project, the National Chairman of APC, His Excellency Alhaji Umar Ganduje. Please let me stand on the existing protocol. I also extend my greetings to all members of the Senate leadership that follow His Excellency the Senate President here. My job this afternoon is to say thank you to this administration for giving Nigerians opportunity. But before I do that, I want to say that today, history is made again. About a week plus ago, we commissioned the first bus terminal in the history of FCT in Mabuchi. Today, we are doing the second one. And by this landmark project, Abuja, our federal capital, has joined the league of other international cities like London, like Paris, Barcelona, that have functional public transport system for the masses. I want to congratulate Your Excellency, Mr. President, and the FCT Minister. Secondly, I wish to place on record that the FCT Minister is a man of equity. Prior to his arrival, most of the transport infrastructure we have in Abuja is for road users. Everything is road and cars, strictly for the elite. But he said no, in the spirit of Yedeba, he said he's going to provide for the masses. And therefore, what you are seeing here today, as he's building road for the elite, he's also building terminal for the poor people of Abuja and the masses to use. Thank you very much, Mr. Honorable Minister. Finally, Mr. President, in the month of May, you, through the Federal Executive Council, approved that we should use made in Nigerian products, made in Nigerian product, Nigerian first. I want to say to you this afternoon that this terminal you see is a product of Nigeria. It's one of the dream of the made in Nigeria dream of this administration. This terminal was done within a period of 10 months by Nigerians, over 3,000 of them. By the time you gave us this jungle, it was a very hilly landscape. We brought it down. Within 10 months, this edifice is standing here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I present to you made in Nigeria terminal, conceived by a Nigerian minister, approved by a Nigerian president, and delivered by a Nigerian contractor. Thank you very much.
All of it homegrown. We thank the contractors to the project. Your Excellency, the President of the Senate, representing the #1 citizen of the country today, we thank you for your presence and abiding trust in the FCT administration led by the untiring Minister of the FCT, Ezenwo Nyesom Wike. Only yesterday, at yet another commissioning, the Honorable Minister of the FCT spoke about how impossible it was to do this work alone and how leaders and leadership matter, alluding to the fact that a monkey depends on trees to succeed in its complex jungle maneuvering from tree to tree. Some of those trees, Your Excellency, are here gathered today, and we are delighted and pleased with their collaboration and support for getting the project to conclusion. Let's give a round of applause to all staff of the FCT gathered here, please. Thank you very much. We also do well to salute the Chief of Staff to the Honorable Minister, who sits on the chair as Chairman Organizing Committee. Let's hear a round of applause for Honorable Amadi, who has been doing a great job. It is not moi moi. It is time now for us to invite for the vote of thanks a mobilizer and technocrat, Honorable Grace Adailo, Head of Service in the FCT. Please, let's encourage her. It's a long walk. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is capably represented by the Senate President, Senator Okpot Goswill Akpabio, and the Senate Leader, Senator Kweyemi Bamdele. The Honorable Minister of FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike Sion, the National Chairman of the All Progressive Party, Alhaji Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, the present and the past ranking members of the National Assembly here present, all the past governors here present, our traditional ruler, our Osu of Karu, His Royal Highness Joseph Damfulani, the Mandate Secretary of Transport Secretariat, including your colleagues that are here present, all the permanent secretary here present, the contractor, all the area council chairmen here present, our sensational Bamidele, the oracle singer and his crew, Please permit me to stand in the existing protocol. It is indeed a real honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the FCT Minister and the entire FCT administration at the commissioning of newly constructed Kugbo bus terminal. This event marks a significant milestone in the continuous effort of the FCT administration to modernize FCT and our transport infrastructure and improve the daily commuting experience for our citizens. The construction of Kugbo bus terminal does not only address the growing transportation needs of a rapidly expanding population, but also stand as a testament to Mr. President's Renew Hope agenda, who is committed to urban renewal and organized mobility within the FCT. I sincerely thank the Honorable Minister of FCT for his visionary leadership and relentless drive and confidence towards achieving a safer, more efficient, and people-centered transport system. Thanks. Let me also extend my special appreciation to all the top management staff and the entire staff of FCT for your gracious contribution. Thank you all for being part of this momentous event. I wish all of us safe journey back to our destination. God bless you all and always. Thank you.
The vote of thanks by Honorable Grace Adailo, Head of Service of the FCT. We thank you so much for your intervention. Your Excellency, representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President of the Senate Leader, distinguished Senator Okwemi Bamidele, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We're here again today, as always, to join in the celebration and the official commissioning of yet another good project of the FCT, through the unwavering support of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation. We gather in the last 11 days to support, celebrate, and witness, and that is what happens for most good things in life: births, promotions, and weddings. We shall therefore use the analogy today of a good relationship which has led to several wedding ceremonies in the last couple of days in the FCT. We are proud to witness project commissionings and the galloping progress the Minister and his team have devolved on the FCT and its area councils. Welcome to the wedding reception as an analogy between FCT and communities. This matrimony is for impact and development. The principal officers for this wedding today are the chairman and special guest of honor, His Excellency Mr. President, groomsmen and bridesmaids in the persons of top-level FCT staff and all FCT staff. Best men are members of the National Assembly who continue to provide support. Distinguished invited guests are also here to attest to this commissioning, which has led to the relationship between the FCT and the community around here and its citizens. Some of us are just flower girls and event planners. Overall, the bride are the people of Kugbo today who have benefited this gorgeous bus stop. The icing on the cake, Your Excellency, sir, is the man who galvanizes us all to sit, to celebrate for the commissioning and to witness in this matrimony. We shall refer to him as the bridegroom that is sought after all over FCT. Please help me welcome the bridegroom of the moment who has gathered us all here. Honorable Minister FCT, Ezenwo Yesofwike.
Wicked na my friend, oh, now you be my friend. Leadership will not be online business.
Your Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by my dear brother, the Senate President and former uncommon governor of our Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Senate leader, my dear brother and friend, Opayemi Bamidele, the single senators here present, the chairman of All Progressive Congress, Baragandije, our dear leader, former governors of Abia State, Benue State, and Enugu State, my dear good friends, members of the House of Representatives that are here, the National Secretary of my party, Senator Sam Ayang, former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Kugbo Uche, the chairman of my Elders Committee, Rivers, Chief Ferdinand Alabraba, who, of course, I will tell you, Mr. President, that is 86 years, but you will think that is 60-something, 86 years, and the chairman of our Elders Committee, which is Prince Eba. I am here, the two national vice chairmen, one national vice chairman, South-South APC is there, national vice chairman, South-South PDP is there, all giving support to the government of Bola Tinubu, the mandate secretaries, head of service, the managing director of NDDC and the executive director of finance and administration of NDDC, permanent secretaries, our dear supporters from all walks of life that are here, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, let me, on behalf of the residents and the administration of the FCT, once again thank you for honoring an invitation for the 11th day out of the 16 days. Today is the 11th day of commissioning projects under your administration. You have sent headship of the various arms of government. Executive is involved, legislature is involved, those who approve our budget. Let me thank also the National Assembly through you that, of course, you are not disappointed by passing our budget. I want to sincerely thank you. The budget you passed is fully implemented. You flagged off this project last year, July. Today, we're here to the glory of God. You are the one to also commission the project. I want to sincerely thank you for the kind of support you have given to FCT. Even though your support also has cost me a lot of problems, a lot of enemies, but I prefer it. Continue to support me. Let me have enemies. With you alone, more than 20 million enemies. So I want to sincerely thank you and the National Assembly for the support you have given to the FCT administration. I want to thank you. Your Excellency, I don't know what to say again because
I lack words now because on the 17th of June, Mr. President was represented by Mr. Speaker of the House of Representatives to commission the Mabuchi bus to taxi terminal. Like what is happening today, it was Mr. Speaker who flagged off the Mabuchi bus taxi terminal, and Mr. President sent him to represent him. Today again, you are the one who flagged it off. Our President knew and also sent you to represent him for the commissioning. I think Mr. President is sending a message, go and see the budget you passed, which you assented to. It can be implemented fully. So I want to thank you, sir. The managing director of this, of the company Planet Project, in fact, I never knew that he had that kind of capacity. I never knew, and he was taking 3, the Mabuchi, the Kugbo, and the Central Business Area, which will also be commissioned before the end of this year. I want to sincerely thank you. Mr. President, when you go inside here, you'll be able to say that, look, I think people should be able to, I mean, even if I don't like you, if you are doing something good, I appreciate it. Mr. President, you do something and which has changed the landscape of Abuja. For Abuja to compete like all other cities in the world. So even if you don't like Mr. President for like his sake, appreciate the good work that Mr. President is doing. Any right-thinking person who has conscience would not say that Mr. President has not done a lot as far as Abuja is concerned. Mr. President has changed the narrative as far as the FCT is concerned. And like I said yesterday, if there's any previous government that did this and we are claiming it, please, you owe the public, come out and say, no, we are the ones who did it. They are just claiming. Let anybody come out to say, we are the ones who did it, and they are just claiming it. And I thought anybody since yesterday would have, nobody has said anything. Of the 17 projects that we lined up for Mr. President, nobody will say that these projects are not in existence, or they are projects that have been completed. We just came and claim that we are the ones who did it. I challenge anybody. I challenge anybody. And I know nobody will come out. Nobody. So it doesn't matter the party you belong to. It is not Mr. President that will use it. It is for the public. If Mr. President does not have the interests of the residents of Abuja, he would not have approved it. He's the chairman of the Federal Council. So all contracts are being approved under him presiding. So he could say, what is all this? But you know, it is for the people to use. Like the director of programs has said, you don't need to be waiting on the road so you don't have problem of one chance. You don't know the vehicle that will convey you. Here you come into this place. You are sure of the vehicle, you are sure of the driver, that I have entered this vehicle and the driver is known. So if anything happens, we'll be able to know that this passenger enters so vehicle and who is the driver of that vehicle is so person. You have time to unwind, go to the cinema if you want. The loading days are there. And that's what we see in civilized countries. I wonder how, since the creation of Abuja, and a city, a capital city of a country, we cannot have an organized transport system. You don't have terminals where somebody can say, I'm going to so place. Now we are going to build another one in Buhari and Wagwalada. So that if you are coming to the city, you know that you are safe. If you lose any of your items, you know the vehicle you boarded. That is the way it is all over the country. Now, having provided this, if you take the risk on your own now to go and wait on the road and you enter one chance, it's your business. It's not, the government has done their own by providing where you will go to and board a bus or a taxi. So if anything happens, they'll be able to trace. And Mr. President, I want to say, government is not a good business person. This will not be run by the Transport Secretariat. No. It will be managed by private persons who have the idea to run this kind of business. And they pay us revenue. So this is not, and the mandate Secretary of Transportation, he has no business here. So all this grammar, the mandate Secretary has got to, please, your job ends today. You have finished your job. It will be run by private people so that we can talk of how it will be sustained. Because if you allow government, civil servants, politicians to do this, I can tell you in 2 weeks' time, it will die. Mr. President, on the 3rd of June, we were at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference. As I speak to you, Nigerians pretend they like good things, but they will pretend as if they don't like. That conference center has been booked now till 2027. No space. In fact, I saw the application by the Deputy Speaker on constitutional amendment. There was no space, no day. But I'm trying to adjust if you can pay on time, because it's not free. It's not free. There's nothing like it's National Assembly. You have to pay something for it to sustain the facility. Yes, you are helping us to pass our budget, but it's not for that area. That area, we have to do it very well. Because yes, you are passing budget, which is part of your function, but the sustainability is key. Because you won't like it to be what it used to be before. Now, people are rushing. Mr. President used it on Saturday for the ECOWAS, Health of State of the ECOWAS. So all these people, why did you spend this money to do this? There are people who will just because of talking sick. Talking sick. I will tell you something. When PDP had no problem, we went to Anambra State for gubernatorial campaign. And when we finished that campaign, we went to somebody's house for entertainment. So I just sat down. Come and see the best of drinks. Crystal, this. So I called him. I said, sir, you're providing crystal champagne here. But every day you tell people that you wear only one shoe, you carry only bag, only you. But look at champagne here. Not just champagne, crystal. Why do we deceive Nigerians? Why can't we tell ourselves the simple truth? What you preach is not what you practice. And we like to hear such things. We like to hear such a thing. And that is being deceitful. And these are the kind of things that I tell Nigerians, look, don't allow people to deceive you. People who are preaching that they care for you, they don't care for you they don't think about you. They're only trying to use you to climb. Like somebody said, they are hungry. Was speaker for 8 years, he was not hungry. He was governor for 8 years, he was not hungry. He was minister for 8 years. Only when he left that office, he became hungry. And you are telling Nigerians that. Are you being fair? You Nigerians too should be able to, why are you talking to me like this? My mother said that she didn't go to school. Does not mean she doesn't hear shut up. No, you don't tell me this kind of stories. I don't need to be a PhD holder for me to understand that you are telling lies. You are hungry for power. You want how you take power, but you won't take the power. You won't take it. Because we won't give power to those who tell lies. Those who provide crystal in their house and come out and say, we don't need it. Don't need it. Nigerians are hungry. All we need now is to see you. What's up in your house? So, and that's what I tell our people, these things are not going to work. We must learn. We must see those who are sincere, who are truthful, who said, we will do this and we'll do it. Yes, there could be some challenges. There could be some challenges. And that's the sense of leadership. Nobody, no leader can succeed without taking decisions that will have challenges. No leader can succeed without taking decisions that people will say something. People must say something. People must say something. Because if you don't take that decision, people will say something. If you take a decision, people will say something. Therefore, say something. And that's, for me, that's all about what we're doing in FCT. We're not here to make big men happy, no. We're here to make, not to make only big men happy. We're here to make poor people happy and also to make big men happy. But what will move this country forward? And that's what the president has shown. We'll continue to support Mr. President and thank him for giving us the opportunity to be part of this success story. To be part of this success story. You know, you can be a part of an administration that's not successful. I'm happy. I'm part of an administration that's successful. Very, very happy. Whether you like it, you don't like it, the truth must be told. If you know how president is working, come to Abuja. From there, you will know that the president is doing very, very well. So I'm not here talking because of party or no party. At this, the life we are now, we should be able to tell people the simple truth. Even though me and you will quarrel sometimes, but you might do that. In the South-South politics, as far as South-South politics is concerned, you have to do that. Nobody can take away that from you. It's not by your power, but that's how God wants it at this time. I don't want you to be one of those people whom God has given seat. And then every day you are afraid for nothing. No. If you governor for 8 years, successful governor in that matter. Successful governor in that matter. A governor who can go back home today and say yes, and people will follow you. And you're a successful Senate president. I don't want to talk about when you are a minister. I don't want to talk about one. I just want the one I know very well, he did very well, is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because what I don't have facts, I don't talk about it. But as governor, I have the facts. I was the Minister of State Education. I came there and I saw. So I will talk about that. As a minister now, and a Senate president, I can see it, I can talk about it. The other one I do not know, I cannot talk about it. You talk about it anywhere, not me. But I will talk about it. So Mr. President, if you understand the meaning of this, most of you don't understand it. If you understand the meaning of this music, you know seriously we are doing well. We are doing well. This administration is doing well. I've always told people, challenge us, challenge us. Challenge us. Again, you are going to commission international something. But again, it's not money that is used. It's not money. Pay us your taxes. Your grand rent is very, very important. Very, very important. I don't know who owes whatever he owed. The moment I see record that you are owing, my brother, I will go and take back our property. That's what I will do. If you don't approve the budget again, no problem. I will tell Nigerians you are not approving budget simply because I say pay what you are supposed to pay. On that note, Mr. President, I invite you to commission this project to the government. Thank you, God bless you.
God be the glory. I'm very happy that Mr. Project was speaking in front of the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, the ruling party in Nigeria, and the most successful party in the whole of Africa. My dear brother, Governor Ganduji, I'm here principally to represent Mr. President, but I've also noted all the comments by the Minister of FCT, my brother Nyesom Wike, who himself was the governor of Rivers State. And I dare say, in his time, he learns from me, and he was a very successful governor. I must say so. Me, I like to tell the truth. I know that because of small local politics in Rivers, he will not be able to rate me high in my tenure as Minister of Niger Delta, because he did not like that administration because of the local contents from Rivers State in that administration. He is also aware that even the local content in that administration from Rivers State tried to frustrate my efforts. But the managing director of NDDC is here. He can confirm that for 26 years, in fact, since 1994, when the then UMPADEC, headed by our elder statesman, Chief A.K. Horsford, started the permanent structure for the then UMPADEC, Oil Mineral Producing Areas Commission. It was not completed until I became the minister. And within 2 years, I brought the 13-story building to a conclusion and moved the NDDC from the temporary head office on Port Harcourt Road that they were paying 300 million a year, and which was not connected to the national grid. And they were giving contract for supply of diesel every week to very young, pretty men who came there, and women. And at the end of the day, today, they are in their robust 13-story building, completed under my own watch as Minister of Niger Delta. So, like the Agama lizard, if I jump from the Iroko tree and land well on the ground, even if the Minister of FCT did not see it, I would shake my head and say I've done well, considering the height of the tree. So, Honourable Minister, I also had a successful stint as Minister of Niger Delta Development Commissioner, Minister of the entirety of Niger Delta Affairs. But let me mention to our former governors who are here, my brother Ikbazu, Ugwany, Otom, and a lot of distinguished senators led by distinguished Senator Opeyemi, Bamidele, CON, distinguished Senator Sitangu, the only surviving PDP senator from the Southeast, who himself is a minority whip in the Senate. Distinguished Senator Olamilekon, chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriation. Distinguished Senator Asukwa Ekpeyon, chairman of the Niger Delta Development Commission Senate Committee. Distinguished Senator Jimmy Kuta, chairman of the FCT Area Councils. And permit me to recognize former senators, former serving senators, and all the distinguished senators, House of Representative members who are in our midst, and our stakeholders. Above all, the residents of the Federal Capital Territory. On behalf of Mr. President, I say good evening to all of you. I will not forget to compare our sister, the ebullient journalist of record, Eugenia Abu. I salute you. For the past 11 days, you have done a very difficult job well, and you are not tired. May God continue to bless you. So for the residents of the FCT and all the guests present here today, we started the program a little bit late because of other engagements. Just before I came here, I witnessed the signing into Acts of Parliament 4 major bills that have revolutionized the tax laws in Nigeria. Mr. President has transformed the entirety of taxation in Nigeria because of good thinking, and he has produced good products. May God bless Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for thinking for the future of this country and trying to ensure that he leaves behind a better country than he met it. Honorable Minister, there has said that it is very rare for one ministry to invite us to commission projects for 17 days. It's only you, Mr. Project, that can do this. It's only you. And here today, whilst you were speaking, you recognize the vice chairman of the major political parties, the vice chairman, Gyadom, of the APC is here. And then you also recognize the vice chairman of the then PDP, who is also here in our midst. You recognize my chief and elder statesman, Chief Alabraka, yes, Alabraka. A very humble man, and please, happy birthday at 86, sir. May God keep you beyond 90 and beyond 100 in Jesus' name. Congratulations, and thank you for always being there for us. Rivers State is one state that we cannot joke with. And that is why we are going to do everything possible to ensure that there is peace and tranquility. And all the ants that would have disturbed us in 2027, my brother Ganduje is prepared to smash them before that period. And Almighty Allah will guide you as you do so. Can we shout amen? So, Honorable Minister, I would say in this administration, we are not looking at party. All the structures that you are building in Abuja, you are not building for any political party. You are building for the residents of Abuja and Nigerians alike, including visitors and the diplomatic community. So we congratulate you for your achievements. Mr. President has sent me to come and commission this international bus terminal at Kugbo. Coincidentally, I was also the person that you invited to lay the foundation stone about 10 months ago. Before I came here, a lot of people wouldn't understand. This was a hill where we are standing now. The whole of this area, I don't know how the contractor did it, but we are now on a level ground, very solid level ground. The structure itself is very solid, very safe. You have conveniences, you have places for leisure, you have places to sit down. You can even sit down and watch cinema. watch television. You can sit down and have some bottles of understanding with your colleagues before you travel. And I can tell you that this is what you are seeing outside the one in Mabuchi, first of their kind in the whole of West Africa. So I say FCT, congratulations. And this can only happen under a forward-looking administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You also said that some people are not aware that the president is working. They don't need to be aware. When I came the other day, I mentioned to you, when you commissioned the interchange at Katape, I told you that today in FCT, that even the blind can see the good work that you and the president are doing. I said so because, together with my colleagues, we are the ones who are citing the FCT. It's not enough to just do a budget without implementation. We are very proud of what is happening here. That interchange and other interchanges are the structures that have turned around the Federal Capital Territory. And some people may come to ask, why were these things not happening in the past? I'm not happy to hear that the planned constitutional confab that we are planning by the National Assembly that will not have space in the International Conference Center because of what we have done, that has been booked till 2027. If they book it till 2027, what are we going to do? We are the ones who approved the budget. Was it our fault that you finished the job in such an international manner? Please find a way to return the money to those who book. We will pay, because we need that space to also showcase to the world. We are inviting a lot of international people. We would like them to see the good things in Nigeria. Don't allow them to book it till 2028. Otherwise, we wouldn't even see a place to jubilate after we have won the election. So on behalf of Mr. President, I'd like to say kudos to you. Please take time to go inside. When I was here, I was fully briefed by the contractors of what to expect. And I'm not disappointed. I know what I will see inside. Please don't leave here until you go inside after this commissioning, so that you'll see what God is doing for Nigeria. You'll see what the FCT is turning into. You'll see what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. Good thinking, good products. I won't say more than that. But I'll say to the contractors, congratulations for living up to your work. So today, dear citizens of Nigeria and the FCT, our dear residents and beloved Federal Capital Territory, lovers and distinguished guests, you are now hearing the voice of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is with great pride and profound sense of gratitude that I, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a stalwart of the only party standing in the country today, the All Progressives Congress, and a leader, stand before you today to commission a landmark project, the new Kugbo bus and international taxi terminal. As you may recall, on Tuesday, 17th day of June 2025, we were at the Mabuchi district to commission the Mabuchi terminal, first of its kind in our nation's capital, and I dare say in our entire nation. The decision of my administration to prioritize high-impact transportation infrastructure, among which is this bus and taxi terminal, is premised on the undeniable fact that no nation around the world has been recorded to have made any noticeable progress without modernization and expansion of its critical public mobility and public utilities. As encapsulated in the renewed hope agenda of my administration, my solemn promise to rebuild and revitalize our nation's infrastructure, enhance the lives of Nigerians, create an environment where security and efficiency become the order of the day are being fulfilled, and one significant step at a time, step by step. You will all agree with me that the Mabuchi and now Kugbo international bus terminals meet with global practices, meet with global principles of sustainable urban development in the area of transportation, and automatically raises ugly experiences of chaotic public transportation in our capital city, previously fraught for long with challenges. The terminals align with development goals of transit-oriented cities, smart mobility, compact living spaces, parking management, winning support of stakeholders and citizens, and ultimately, transforming lives. We heard your concerns, we understood your fears, and we acted. With your compliance, you will no longer suffer from one chance by the roadside. The bus terminal at Kugbo, alongside its counterparts in Mabuchi, and the ones lying up, for instance, the one coming up at the Eagle Square in the Central Business District, will in no small measure contribute to my government's determination to turn around the fortunes of our people through improved connectivity, reduced travel time, and economic growth, thereby creating opportunities. This terminal, which is a meticulously planned transportation hub, will add to the numerous jobs being created by this administration in different sectors. It will boost trade, it will bring orderliness, it will bring safety, it will bring comfort to commuters. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the swearing in of my government 2 years ago, I swore to uphold and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and its people. With the security reports on the several menaces of one-chance robberies, kidnapping, and thuggery that characterize public transportation in Abuja, I directed Mr. Project, the Honorable Minister of the FCT, to put in place measures to address that situation. Here and now, you will find an organized system where vehicles and drivers are properly identified and registered, significantly reducing the risk associated with the normal informal transportation. The presence of advanced security features, including comprehensive CCTV surveillance, ensures that your journey begins and ends in a secured environment. I must therefore once again commend the Federal Capital Territory Minister, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike, and his team at the FCTA for yet again doing my government and all of us proud by judiciously utilizing scarce public resources towards initiating and completing within record time this iconic public transportation infrastructure. I thank you very much, Barrister Nyesom Wike, Mr. Project. To our lawmakers in the National Assembly, I thank you for the support given to my administration and my government so far, which has enabled us to fulfill our renewed promises to Nigerian citizens. To residents of the FCT, Abuja in particular, this facility is yours. I urge you to utilize it responsibly, to embrace the organized system it offers, to cooperate with the management to ensure its smooth operations. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us collectively reject the dangers of patronizing unauthorized roadside parks. Your safety is paramount, and this government has provided a safe and secured alternative for you. This commissioning is but one piece of a larger mosaic. We remain dedicated to continuing our investments in infrastructure, continuing our investment in the total development of the FCT, and indeed the entire nation, ensuring that every Nigerian has access to safe, efficient, and modern public services. So on that note, I hereby invite all of you to join me as I commission the Kugbo bus and terminal building to the glory of God and to the service of humanity. Thank you. May God bless the FCT administration and the FCT residents, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the speech of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I will now move forward and do the formal commissioning on his behalf, and I would like to invite the very proud national chairman of our great party, himself, a former performing governor of Kano State, to join the Honourable Minister, his team, and the Senate leadership, who made the funds available for the minister to use. Though the minister is insisting you must pay for everything now. No problem. He will come back to us very soon. To now move forward and commission this edifice for the use of humanity and to the glory of God.
The representative of Mr. President proceeds to commission this Kugbo terminal bus station that has been so described as a sight for sore eyes. The leadership of the National Assembly, former governors that are here, and top-level staff of the FCT, as well as the managing director of the NDDC, has joined the groups of persons who would go and take a mini tour of this establishment. As they tour, the representative of Mr. President has reminded us that it's always better to look inside the building to see just how beautiful it is. Heads of security agencies have also made their way to do the mini tour, and while that is going on, I hand back to the band and DJ Blaze as we await their return from the tour for the national anthem. Music.
On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and on behalf of the FCT administration, led by Mr. Project, my brother, Yeso Mwike, on behalf of our party and all Nigerians, and particularly FCT residents, it is my singular privilege and honor to now commission this Kugbo International Bus Terminal and Taxi Parks in the name of Almighty God. Can we shout amen? The Kugbo bus terminal, the taxi terminal, officially commissioned today by His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, ably represented by the President of the Nigerian Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria, this Friday, 27th day of June, 2025, to the glory of God.